want to talk really quick about self-love. With my clothing company, I've been really passionate about teaching self-love and promoting self-love, and I feel like we do it in a really unique way. And through our clothing, we've put in affirmations inside each piece of clothing that we have created. But in addition to that, we actually are made in the USA. We do things really consciously, where every piece that we create, there's a lot of consciousness that go into it. In fact, we'll have customers that comment that there's magic sauce in our clothing, meaning, one in particular, we had donated some shirts, and these girls, when they put on our shirts, they were standing up taller, they had more confidence. We've had comments about feeling like they were getting a hug from God, feeling like they were getting a warm hug. We've had hug comments from quite a few people. About at the 8-year mark is when I shifted business models and kind of made a brave decision to move to a social selling model. And with that comes a lot of changes, it's essentially like starting a new company inside an existing infrastructure. So there's a lot of challenges with it. We went on the road and tested this theory. We created new product, we created a lot of different marketing materials. I changed the name, I added the Fibonacci sequence to our logo. It's a swirl that means that we're all connected, we're all one. So we hit the road because I needed to see if this worked. This really worked with our customers and with people that we've never met. And we first went to California, and it was interesting because I had, it's funny when you put intentions out into the universe, that's what you get back. And in California, I had over and over again people commenting, who does your marketing, who does your branding, because you guys have done a really good job. And we'd have people walk by the booth, they see all of our affirmations everywhere, the affirmations in the tissue paper, wondering if they can buy our tissue paper, and from our rug with the swirl on it, just everything, it came across, it worked. So the next place that we went to was in Atlanta. And in Atlanta, and we saw this in California too, but not nearly as much, but we had women crying in our booth because when they enter our booth, we asked them to take a self-love challenge. Are you committed to cultivating more self-love over the next 30 days? And we give them a piece of paper that has different ideas as far as how to create new thought patterns, pretty much create new ways of having more self-love. I was listening to a YouTube video that was talking about how we have thousands of thoughts that go through our brains every day. And only 10% are new the next day. So that means 90% of our thoughts are the same things over and over and over again, which if you think about it, and I'm sure we've all had those moments where it feels maddening to have some of these thoughts replay. So some of these tips are really to help cultivate more self-love. And as these women take this challenge, they write their name on a heart, they put it up on the affirmation wall where they can choose an affirmation where they pin their heart to. And we would have women and I encountered this multiple times. I know the women that were also working in the booth with me, where women were brought to tears. They were brought to tears because they loved the message that we're deeper than it's not just skin deep of what we're doing with our clothing, that there's affirmations inside, that we're really encouraging and promoting self-love, that we're a community of like-minded people that really want to have support, want to feel good, want to feel loved. And, I remember having women just sitting in front of the wall and just sitting there, what resonated with them, getting emotional, getting teary-eyed. And some of the comments that they wrote on their heart as they pinned it were quite touching and quite moving and quite emotional. So I wanted to share this video in hopes that if you're someone watching this and you are wanting to cultivate more self-love, I'm going to add a link down below that shares some tips as far as how you can create some more self-love. One of the tools that I love using are crystals. Rocks and crystals carry energy. I've always been drawn to crystals and stones and energy. Even as a young kid, I remember doing a science fair project in elementary that was all about crystals and geodes and things like that. But going through the medicine wheel and doing my shamanic practice, when you do energy work with these stones, it was so crazy to me to recognize and witness that these stones carried a powerful energy, a very powerful energy. They had almost personalities of their own. And it's been a beautiful process for me to experience. So I love using crystals. And one of the tips that we use is using a crystals, or they, put their name up on the wall. They actually are gifted a rose quartz or a clear quartz. And with that, you can actually charge it and carry it with you within an intention of, whatever that intention is, because our intentions and our affirmations are really personal. Anyway, I just wanted to share this as it's been on my mind. I'm out here working and thinking through, how do I communicate this more in even our marketing and our messaging and our branding, because sometimes through websites and things, it's challenging to really communicate the depth of the emotions that are experienced. Some people do really, really good at it, and it's something that we're working on communicating better. But in the meantime, I wanted to communicate this to all of you. Again, I'm going to share the link below. Please subscribe to my page, like, comment. If you're having a hard time, reach out. I know right now there's some very public suicides that have happened recently. And maybe you're one of those that need to reach out. I know sometimes it's hard. I've suffered from depression myself, so I know sometimes it's hard, but please reach out, and please reach out to those hotlines and really try to cultivate more self-love. The more we do it and teach ourselves, the more we can teach others to do the same, and the energy will spread, and it spreads quite quickly. So my heart is with you all, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Much love.